welcome or welcome back. So in today's video, I'll show you all the books that I bought with me for college. So obviously, I had many 100 physical books, but I decided to bring only a few. That means I guess 12 or 13. I wanted to bring all of my 100 books, but for the time being, these are the books that I have with me. And let us begin. So the first book I have is Room by Emma Donoghue. So this is a book told from the perspective of a 5-year-old boy who lives with his mother in this locked room, and for him that room is his whole world. But that's not the case with his mother. And throughout this book we explore the relationship between the two, and how did this room come to become the whole world for this child, but the opposite for his mother. And yeah, that's the book about. Another book I have is Before the Coffee Gets Cold. All of these books are probably the ones you have already seen, but since I had no video content in mind, I made this into a video. So yeah, Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. Toshikazu Kawaguchi. So this has an interesting premise. It's about this cafe in Japan which lets you travel back in time, but the only condition is that you come back before the coffee gets cold. Interesting enough. Another book I have is Bear Town by Frederick Backman. This book is set in a small town named Bear Town in Sweden, and one brutal act kind of threatens to divide the community, and we explored throughout this book how do they come to terms with it and what are their responses to it. Yeah, another book we have is Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. Like, I couldn't have not come to Delhi without taking Kristen Hanna's books. So yeah, Four Winds is again women. I guess I should just mention all Kristen Hanna books at once because no surprise there. So I have Four Winds. I have only 3 unread physical books of her now. These are Four Winds, Fly Away, and Firefly Lane. So Firefly Lane is about these two best friends and their coming of age story. Fly Away is actually the sequel to this Firefly Lane, and Four Winds is her recent novel, and it is set in the period of the Great Depression, and we follow Elsa, whose husband has fled her and she's left alone with her children, and she has to take care of everything and survive somehow. The next book I have is The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón, and I've heard great things about it. I can't wait to read it. It's also my pick for the country Spain. So yes, here it is. Another book I have is A House Without Windows by Nadia Hashim. It also has an interesting premise. It talks about a woman wrongly convicted for her husband's murder, and when she's sent to the prison, she finds these group of people who too are there not for some heinous crimes, but just because they broke some social norms. Next, I have Rising Like the Storm by Tanaz Bhattacharya. It is the sequel to what was it? Hunt? What was it? Not We Hunt the Flame. What was the storm? I forgot the first book's name. What was it? Hunt. Something Hunt. I can't remember the first book's name, but it is the second book in Umber duology. I can't tell you much about the book because spoilers. Another I have is a classic because I'm hoping to read more classic. It's Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens, and I have absolutely no idea what it's about. Another book I want to read is The 100-Year-Old Man Who Climbed Out of the Window and Disappeared by Jonas Nasson. And this I'm hoping to be a very emotional but funny story. So like just like A Man Called Ubi, I think like the cover gives me that vibe. So yes, I'm looking forward to this. And the last book that I have is City of Braz by S. Chakrabarti, and this is one of my most anticipated fantasy reads. So yes, it's set in an Egyptian inspired world, and we have all kind of magic creatures, and yeah, And yeah, that's all I know about it, because yeah, fantasy, it's hard to give you premises of fantasy. So yeah, I'm excited to read this as well. So those were all the. No, I have one more. So this is the picture of Dorian Gray, and this is the book I'm currently reading. So yes, this is also with me right now. Yes, that was all for the video, and thank you for watching. If you liked it, please consider to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And meet you next time.